Hello loves, welcome. I've been having issues with the volume. I'm in a learning period of understanding how YouTube works. So hopefully this time it will be okay, but we'll see. So, what the planets have brought in for us over the last couple of weeks. The new moon was on the 27th of April in Taurus, setting the scene for this grounded, earthly, homely season that is Taurus energy. And after the dreamy energy of being in Pisces, Venus moved into Aries on April the 30th. And this brought us a fierceness, a push to stop chasing and start aligning, holding your standards high, only saying yes to what's right for you. Whether this pattern shows up for you in romance, in your passion for your work in the world, or somewhere else, this energy is showing up in patterns of attraction, self-worth and connection, a desire for more authenticity, showing where you're giving too much and getting too little. And we went through this stage before, maybe back in February, and then we went retrograde. So now we're moving into what we've learned from this retrograde season. A bit of a do-over. Then bank holiday weekend, brought us Venus and Neptune coming together in Aries. While it's not a sign that either planet feels particularly at home in, their presence may have brought us a calming, peaceful weekend. We might have felt more compassionate or been able to see beyond our current reality. And on Sunday, May the 4th, Pluto turned retrograde in Aquarius. So now this is going to be up until October the 13th, this energy. So we might find ourselves pondering on who we've become since October 2024, when Pluto was last in retrograde. Given Pluto is now firmly in Aquarius, we might use this time for some deep reflective work around how we fit into community, how authentic we are being to our inner calling, and how to empower ourselves more as a result. Then, Tuesday, May the 6th, Venus in Aries was in a sextile with Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. And also at this point we had Uranus in Taurus, sextile with a small planet Ceres in Pisces. And that brought us self-care and self-discovery, equaling self-growth. And the Sun in Taurus was at a semi-square with Neptune in Aries, and that brought us expanding dreams and visions versus emotional needs. There was a sense that the planets here were inviting us to go deeper into the very core of who we are and follow our joy. Love burns through shadows and transforms what it touches. Who are you when the world isn't watching? Dream your best life into being. Venus in Aries has this big or go home energy to it, and Pluto in retrograde asks us to consider how our visions of the future connect with our personal sense of freedom. There's an invitation to explore where ourselves and our social networks might need an overhaul. we might find some deep-seated fears ready to be uncovered and confronted so that we can move forward with confidence. Bold moves in relationships could trigger profound shifts in personal lives. This isn't surface level stuff. It's deep work, embracing what needs to be released for a more authentic and empowering future. Then, May the 10th, Mercury moved into Taurus, inviting us to ground our thinking. We might have noticed a slower, more deliberate vibe coming in with our thought patterns. So, the invitation here is to notice what's moving within you. Notice if there's anything like, oh, yeah, this was a thing. You're very welcome to pause the video while you journal on these points. And there's an invitation while you do this to notice what you're celebrating within all of this. Notice if there's anything that you've had some big breakthroughs on that you're really happy about. So maybe you've got lots of things to celebrate, and maybe you're just celebrating that you've come here today to watch this video on YouTube. All of your celebrations are welcome. So, moving now into the current astrological themes and our Wild Voices writing. Now, the Wild Voices writing may support you in tuning into what is calling to be released over this full moon. So today we have 6 statements to journal on, with a maximum of 4 minutes each. And the Scorpio full moon peaks on Monday the 12th at 5:55 p.m. UK time. So it may be when you're watching this that you've already passed through the peak of the full moon. And if you've been feeling it lately, really feeling it, particularly if you're a fixed sign, the Scorpio moon could explain why. Scorpio brings us soul-level transformation, deep shadow work. There's an invitation here to be totally honest with yourself and to own your less desirable qualities. Perhaps others have been a mirror to the parts of you that you don't wish to own. How can you take on board some of what you've been shown about your own wounding patterns? This moon can help bring these shadows to the surface to be healed. There's an invitation here to find the balance between earthy, stable Taurus and intense, powerful Scorpio, integrating their energies. The Taurus part of us might prefer to avoid looking in the mirror too closely. And Scorpio invites us to see ourselves more clearly, to let go of any unhealthy attachments. Too much Taurus brings resistance to change. Too much Scorpio, and we can find it difficult to trust due to challenging experiences in the past. Taurus helps support us to feel stable within that. Now, Pluto, as I probably already mentioned, is active under this full moon. Pluto rules Scorpio and is the planet of transformation and soul growth. Pluto is forming a square with Mercury, the planet of mind and communication. We could find ourselves thinking quite deeply during this moon and may have to confront some challenging material that could feel uncomfortable. Information could come in that shows what's been hidden or suppressed. And if we're willing to be emotionally honest with ourselves and others, we can bring our shadows into the light to be witnessed. With Pluto now in retrograde, we could find the last few months have some buried treasure if we're ready to reflect and go deeper. Jupiter in Gemini squares the nodes at this moon and is also part of a yod, which is a finger of destiny, like a narrow triangle. with Chiron in Aries. Both Jupiter and Chiron are pointing their fingers at the Scorpio moon. So a yod can bring deep-fated experiences that are catalysts for profound spiritual growth and transformation. With Chiron in the picture, this yod brings the potential for some deep healing, as we're invited to examine how our beliefs about ourselves might need to be transmuted. There's a demand under this moon to drop the masks and see what's underneath the stories we tell about ourselves. We can get caught up in an identity that is not who we truly are. What do we project onto others that we really need to recognise within ourselves? What do we fear the most that people might discover about us? Are we able to send love to those parts of us that exist within the shadows? It's not an easy task to bring our true selves into authentic wholeness, but that's what we're being called towards. Additionally, Saturn is moving into Aries on the 25th of May. So we've entered the last degree of Pisces, where everything is coming up to be looked at. When planets are in this 29 degrees, there's this sense of cramming before the final exam, needing to cross the finish line to reach the other side, but something needs to shift in order to do so. And we're just beginning that final phase with Saturn as it moves into the last degree of Pisces, calling us to let go of any illusions and see things as they really are, including ourselves. This moon has the potential to be incredibly powerful if we are willing to dive into the darkness in order to transmute it. Pluto and Mercury are on our side here, reminding us that knowledge is power, as is the capacity to see ourselves clearly. Uranus is opposite the moon and next to the sun, supporting us with the potential for clarity and new perspectives, and to shed any unhealthy patterns and attachments. It may not feel like a comfortable moon, and thus it could be incredibly healing if we're willing to dive deep and reflect. Thank you, Scorpio. So, now moving into the Wild Voices part of this. So I invite you, if you're not already, to get more settled in. Making sure your body is supported, allowing your energy to flow freely. Know that you can sit up tall if that feels right for you, or lean back on cushions, whatever works best for you and your body. And taking some slow, deep breaths as you come to land in your body. Noticing your sit bones resting on the surface below you. Feeling yourself held. And allow your body to come to rest just a little bit more. And becoming aware of your breathing without needing to change anything. Simply noticing the flow of the breath into your body, the flow of your breath out of your body. Breathe in. and breathe out. And imagine now the softest touch on your forehead. A slow, tender, soft stroke. Feeling your eyelids soften. And your eyebrows. Feeling your cheeks and your cheekbones soften. Softening your jaw. Finding a little space between the top and bottom lip. Softening your tongue in your mouth. Softening the muscles inside your throat. Feeling and allowing this softening process to continue all the way down inside your body. Softening your shoulders, arms, hands. Softening your chest, your spine, your waist, your belly, your pelvis. Softening your hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Feeling the softness of the breath as it moves through your body. The softness of the breath as it gently moves your body. The softness of your body as it gently moves around the breath. Soft body, soft breath, becoming aware of where, for today, in this moment now, you feel your wild voice. The voice in you that is true, that was never tamed by circumstance or other people's opinions, never conditioned into right or wrong, that knows exactly what she thinks, what she needs, and what she knows. Where in your body do you feel this voice today? Wherever you feel your voice, place all of your attention there. Curious. Paying close, curious attention to any sensations, allowing them to grow. And you may want to keep your wild voice situated in this place you found her. Or you may want to allow your wild voice to infuse the whole of you. Trust yourself, whichever feels right for you. In a moment, not yet, but in a moment, I'll ask you a question. Then you can open your eyes and start writing. This is your wild voice. And this is where you feel safe and secure. This is your wild voice. And this is where you feel safe and secure. And I'll invite you to pause the video while you continue your writing. And when you are ready to come back, connecting to this wild voice within you, as you write, this is your wild voice, and this is where your need for safety is holding you back. This is your wild voice, and this is where your need for safety is holding you back. And pausing the video while you continue to journal. And when you are ready to return, connecting back to your wild voice within you, as you write, this is your wild voice, and these are the ways you avoid examining your shadows. This is your wild voice, and these are the ways you avoid examining your shadows. And pausing the video while you continue to journal, and coming back to that wild voice within you as you write the next line. This is your wild voice, and this is how powerful you truly are. This is your wild voice, and this pausing the video while you continue to journal on this. And connecting once again to that wild voice within you as you write, "This is your wild voice, and this is how you express your personal power in healthy ways. This is your wild voice, and this is how you express your personal power in healthy ways." And pausing the video once again while you continue to journal on this. And connecting in to that wild voice place within you as you come to write the last line. "This is your wild voice, and this is how you hand over your power to others." This is your wild voice, and this is how you hand over your power to others. And pausing once again while you continue to journal. And when you are complete, the invitation is to read back all that you've written, to take in what your wild voice has to share with you, to maybe highlight some bits that feel important, and to notice what it is that you might be willing or ready to release at this time. It may have come out through your writings. It may be something that's dropped into your awareness as you read through again. And once you are done with that, the invitation is for you to find a ritual that works for you in releasing this. It may be writing it on a piece of paper and burning it. It may be announcing it to the world. It may be something else. So I shall leave you with that inquiry for now. I hope you have some good processing with it. Lots of love, and I'll see you next time.